Dolby Audition.
Talk to him. Conversations with Q. We have Jermaine Cole with J. Cole. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you, man?
Yeah, this is just how I do interviews now, man. I can do it anywhere.
Yeah, I wish they could see your setup right now. It's the most amazing. It's like a mobile studio.
Yeah.
You got the laptop open with the USB connect with the microphone. It's the most incredible thing I've seen.
Well,
man.
you know, J. Cole, when you're serious about your craft, like I am, you go the extra mile.
Word up.
You know, people like, oh, where's your posse? You know, people don't say posse anymore. Like, where's your people? Where's your crew? I am my crew. Okay?
Word.
I'm my crew. Let's talk, man. The success. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of people gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm not going to do.
Yeah.
When you said you moved your album up to go against Kanye,
yeah,
I was on the air. I mean, listen. I mean, it's dated. It's out there.
Yeah.
I said, whoa, the testicles on this guy. I said, man. I mean, then I was like, ooh, it's kind of good, but I was like, ooh, no.
Yeah, he's gonna get squashed.
Not squat. But you know how Kanye, he kind of has this, like, he'll smack a paparazzi right before the album comes out.
Yeah.
That's his promo.
Right.
But then your album came out. And I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did that.
Word. Thank you, man.
Like, so what was the whole mindset behind, you know, pushing the album up to compete? Because, you know, people look at it in hip-hop as a, you know, competition.
Yeah, for sure. I just saw the opportunity, and I wanted to know where I stood. It was like an opportunity to really see where do I stand. So even if I would have got demolished, at least I would know, like, okay, I have this much farther to go. You know what I mean? And then on the flip side, if I sold more, it would tell me, like, okay, yo, you've grown. Not that I'm satisfied with that. People are like, oh, how do you feel? I was just telling somebody, like, I don't wake up every day like, oh, man, I beat Kanye West in sales. Nah, it was just it's over already. Like, I'm on to the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drop on Jay-Z Day now.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Ooh. You do. Ooh. Now,
Nah,
I mean,
but
you know, because we in the hip hop now, we have like different genres. I feel like,
yeah,
and like you can't even people like, all right, J. Cole versus Kanye. You can't even compare those two albums. Like what you were like spitting.
yeah,
you know, that was like
for sure.
You were really spitting. It was like
he was
experimenting.
Yeah, he was experimenting. We'll say that.
So I just felt like it was different, but I'm glad you did it because you showed like. Your testicles were huge.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, pause.
Not pause. Yeah, that was,
yeah. I guess thank you.
But you understand what I'm saying. But it was like a do or die moment. Like you tested yourself, and a lot of people don't put, their artwork or their hard work to test.
Right.
And you did that.
Yeah, you know, most people, I guess everybody up until that point they're gonna move there. I guess the only person that ever really did it was Kanye, so it was fitting. Remember, he moved his date, the 50 Cent date. You know what I mean? And that was like a huge hip hop moment. But I just respect competition, and I'm not afraid to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as I lose on my terms. You know, if Kanye had dropped on my day, I might have been like, oh man, maybe I need to. I don't know. I like to be in control of my own destiny. You know what I mean? Whether it's a failure or a success, I like to be the one to make the decision.
Gotcha. Now you said you're looking up to the the next thing. We're actually backstage. You're on tour. I don't see like. You don't have like the typical. I've been doing this for a minute. You don't have like the typical rapper thing going on.
Right.
The dudes aren't here. People aren't rolling weed.
Right.
You don't look mad.
Yeah.
It's So what's the next thing that you're looking towards? You said you have other goals.
Right. Well, first of all, I just still have more music goals. I want to drop a lot more albums. I want to have a lot more success with albums. You know, I want to go platinum and then double platinum in terms of sales. I want to get a Grammy. I want to fill up arenas one day, soon. In the next couple of years, I want to be doing arenas. I want more radio success, but I also want more classic success. I want, like, songs people going to be playing for the rest of their lives, not just hits. Power Trip is, like, it's amazing to perform that song, but I also got songs like Lights Please that, like, I could perform that song forever. And people gonna be singing it, and that's not a single. It's just a song off the album that people love. I'm not finished, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied. I still get a thrill out of making new music. And then I might try my hand and see if I can act. If I'm terrible, then I won't do it. Or if I'm okay, then I'll do it.
Okay, so you want to act. What would your perfect role be that's already been done? Would it like Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the Hood was crazy.
Who would you be? Would you Ricky? Like who would you be?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe Cuba Gooding Jr. character, maybe.
I I see you as like the dude with the pacifier. He got shot or something. He was in a wheelchair.
Is that a dude in a wheelchair?
Yeah, rest in peace. I think
he was a G, man.
He passed away.
He was a G. You know what? They won't allow me to play this role because I'm light skinned, but like Tupac and Juice, man, nobody will see that. Like, they'll probably want me to be the light skinned dude that got shot first in Juice, but like,
I forgot
dude's name, but yeah, Pac and Juice would be a crazy role to play.
I think you can do that. Hold on, this is my wife. Let's tell her. Hold on one second. Hey, listen, I'm interviewing J. Cole right now, so I gotta go. Okay. All right, bye. She's pregnant. You know how it is. Or maybe you don't. Moving on. So you dropped this video, and like now the world is looking at J. Cole, and you made a really important message.
Crooked Smile video.
Crooked Smile video. You made a really important message in the stance. Can you just break it down? I know you've been talking about it, but I just want people that are listening to this to understand why you did what you did with that Crooked Smile video.
Well, I just wanted to use the platform to say something in that particular. I felt like people expected the Crooked Smile video to be like almost like a Colgate commercial or like a Trident commercial or something. You know what I mean? With a bunch of people smiling and embracing their flaws and rainbows.
Were you, because you know this is a business where was your record company or were people like, look, we got this deal on the table for that to do this?
No, but I was fighting myself.
Okay.
I was fighting what I know it will commercially work. Yeah. You know what I mean? And what would be more successful in terms of like pop acceptance, because it's a record that I want to work at pop radio, and then fighting like the opportunity to do something that was like meaningful and powerful, you know what I mean, and to make a statement. And the statement that's the video is dedicated to a little girl that was murdered and killed by a police officer during a police raid in Detroit. But the statement that I'm trying to make with the video is, man, what are you really accomplishing with your war on drugs? You know what I mean? It's been like 30-something years, you know what I mean, since that term was even brought into existence or whatever, and it's like there's not even been a dent on the drug world. It just seems to me like you're just trying to feed a prison system and a I don't know, it just seems like there's money being made off of this and there's no real effect. You know, the only effect it's having is just sending like poor black kids to prison for years. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem to be effective, especially when it's weed, cocaine. It's like, yo, your kids are using this, you're using this, you know what I mean? You smoking weed, you know, our politicians are using it. It just doesn't seem realistic anymore to be I don't know, cracking down on petty drug dealers.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a powerful message, and you know, a lot of people like I don't even want to say new school anymore because this is your second album, and like this is like, I guess like you have arrived now, and a lot of people, you know, like we have the Kendrick. I don't even want to go into the Control thing, but like the messages that you, Kendrick, it's just refreshing to see, because like now hip hop has a balance. It's not just people twerking. You know, you have people that are successful, that have a big platform, that are saying stuff. So that's commendable.
Thank you, man. It's almost like you can't even be successful right now in hip hop without saying much. You know, like it's better off. You're better off when you giving the people something they can grab onto and connect to and latch onto. And when you just making club records, which we love. I mean, I love going to the club and hearing these dudes, you know what I mean? Because I can't make them songs. You know what I mean? So I enjoy that. But at the end of the day, ultimately, the people don't want to buy that. Yeah. There's a time and a place for that. That time is at the club or either on the radio during the mix show hour. But they not trying to play that when they going through something. You know what I mean? Or they're not trying to play that when they want to really vibe out. It's like watching a movie. Like music is supposed to, I mean, some music is supposed to make you think and feel something. You know what I mean? And it's not all about, I mean, sometimes it is. Like Rick James, he was just partying. Or they was just partying.
I don't want to party like him, though. That he was going.
But, you know, he had our parents, like, jamming. Well, at least he had my pops and them jamming. Yeah. And there's a time and a place to jam. But I feel like hip-hop right now, people want to feel something. People want to be moved and touched and, like, you know, and they want to think.
Definitely. And, you brought up something about just, like, we kept talking about radio. Do you feel like now with just the internet that you have to almost, do you still feel like you have that pressure to make that radio hit?
Pressure. It ain't even a pressure. It's a want. because I see how it works. Like I see how the game works. I want to always come with one. And if I don't, maybe there'll be some albums where I don't care. But them radio hits is nothing. Like the internet is incredible. And my first album sold its numbers, them first week numbers without the radio. You know what I mean? It was mostly just like an internet presence. But I've seen what that radio does, like, and how far it can stretch you and get your reach. You know what I mean? And put so many people on you. There's people that's gonna be at the show tonight. There's gonna be a 40-year-old woman at the show tonight, and all she's waiting for is Crooked Smile. She came to my whole show just to see Crooked Smile. Why? Because she heard that on the radio. She don't know nothing about the warm up of Friday Night Lights, but she heard Crooked Smile. She loves it. So it just opens the door for new fans. You know what I mean? The internet is what gives you those diehards, because they already know about you. But the radio gives you an opportunity to get some more diehards. But with the radio, you also get some people that's only gonna know that one song. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the drawback of it.
And I remember, on my radio show, it was this one girl. Y'all had the same birthday. Her name's Ciara from Jersey. And she kept bugging me. Not bugging me. She was bugging me. She was bugging me to, get in contact with you. Yeah. I called my man Bolo. Bolo gave me the Hollywood. He's overseas right now. I was like, all right, cool. Well, when that call my show, I'm gonna try to get him to, talk to her. And she lost her mind. Yeah. And I'm a J. Cole fan, but she knows every word to J. Cole. She started crying. She started losing her mind. Like, you changed her whole outlook on high school. Yeah. She wants to graduate because, you told her if she does good in high school, you'll,
Yeah, well, she asked me to come to her graduation.
He's not coming to everybody's graduation. That's why I was hesitating to even say that. Yeah, so don't think if you do good on grades, he's just doing that for Ciara. But
it's a special situation. But she just asked me to come to her high school graduation. I was like, well, if you can, because you know what, she wrote me a letter, and I'd seen what was happening in her life. So she was like, yo, can you come to my graduation? I'm like, well, if you go to college, if you get accepted to a college, yeah, I'll be right there. I'll come to your graduation, which I knew would be motivation, hopefully, for her to, like, really start caring about the grades.
She's on it. She tweets me. I'm like, yo, what's up with your work? I'm good. Yeah. I have 724 days until graduation. J. Cole's coming. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's amazing,
but
man.
Like you touched her in your words through your music. Does that blow your mind that you have such an impact on people other than that just hear Crooked Smile, like a Ciara?
Yeah, absolutely. Doing these every day we're on this tour, we do a meet and greet right before. So, like, just to see the variety of people that's coming in terms of race, age, gender, stories, backgrounds, to see that blows my mind. And then when I get their personal stories, it blows my mind. This kid just had a stroke last week. He just told me this today. This is just today's wild story. He had a stroke last week, and he was mad young. But he had a stroke. He had to be like 20 or something like that. He had a stroke, and he said he couldn't talk. He had like a blood clot in his brain. He couldn't talk, so he was just writing. He was just writing food and J. Cole.
Wow.
Food, J. Cole. And then the doctors and the nurse was like, what is J. Cole? And his parents was like, nah, just trust us. He's a huge fan. He just wanted to hear the music. So, and then even when he could talk, he said the first thing he was saying was like, yo, where's my J. Cole album or whatever the case is. So that blows my mind. Yeah. That's a wild story.
Wow.
Another one.
Wow. Switching gears real quick. I know we got to go. Yeah. People are looking mean in the background. I'll get over it. I was looking on the internet, and, Timberland has been talking. He was talking about a lot of stuff, and he was just like, I want to work with J. Cole. I feel like if me and J. Cole get together, I can give him that thing he needs. Mm-hmm. Did you know the interview I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I had just talked to him right before that.
Okay, so first, what was the conversation with you and Timberland before y'all, before he said that, and then after you saw that video, what was your?
Oh, the conversation we had was I seen him because I'm a huge Timberland fan, and I've been wanting to work with him. So when I saw him, I let him know. Because I got in with him one time and just took a couple beats from him or whatever. We didn't like sit down and really work because he was working with Justin, but basically nothing ever happened with them beats, and we never got in. But we've been talking about working for like a year and some change, and he had just did the J stuff. So I was letting him know like, yo, I'm ready now. Okay. I needed to get this album out and produce this on my own. Now I don't care. you know, I felt like I still had stuff to prove with this album, so I produced the whole thing on my own.
You was like, I'm getting all this money.
Right.
This
right.
one right here. Is
Nah, I ain't need the
me.
money, but I just needed to prove to myself, like,
He's stunning on me. Okay.
No. I mean, I need that money. Trust me,
yeah.
but, you know, but I just had to let them know, like, I'm ready now.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? If it works out for us, I'm ready now. We can get in for real and lock in and do something. And we'll make some legendary stuff.
Next album wish list of producers, like 3. We already got Timbaland out the way.
Nah, I don't have it.
No, really?
Nah, I don't have it. I don't work like that. It just has to happen. Whoever I run into along the way, along the path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just let it happen organically.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think about it like that. Like, oh, I want to work with such and such. It's really not. Really more so like I would love to get in with some of the older dudes that like are legends, but people like Shock G or something. You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
And just try to, cause I produce too. So figure out what he was doing that was so amazing and how we can incorporate that with my stuff. You know what I mean? So that would be ill. Shock G would be ill. Is it Organized Noise or they used to produce for Outkast?
Yeah.
What was that Organized Confusion? Or I don't know what it is. Organized Noise.
Organized Noise.
I think so. Just people like that was setting the tone for like 90s music, but you haven't heard from them in a while. You know what I mean? It would be cool to just see what that sounds like now. But I'm also just talking, and that might not happen.
Got you. Well, it's Conversations with Q. That was J. Cole. And my word of the day was organic. Got that out. When we said that, I was like, organic. I was like, I got my word of the day.
That was a good one, dog.
I was like, you want it to happen organically. And I got it out. So I'm pretty excited about that. Real quick, we about to wrap up. You like basketball. Have you heard of the kid, Seventh Woods? I know I talked about him before. He's from South Carolina. I know you from North
you told me about him.
Please look up this kid on YouTube. I'm telling you, he's like the #1 9th grader.
I think I did look him up after that.
Seventh Woods. I'm trying to tell you. He's the next
But
LeBron.
he's tall, though.
No, he like 6'2".
Oh, okay.
He's amazing.
Okay.
All right, that was it. J. Cole, QDZ Conversations with Q. We're out. Bye.
Peace.